More deliveries. Hey, what's up people? It's TTC. I'm back with yet another eBay delivery. Man, I might have spent just a little bit too much money lately, but it's totally worth it. I found some pretty cool stuff for some damn good prices, including this right here, which is yet another 3 3/4 Star Wars figure. I do collect other things, I swear to you. I just seem to have bought a lot of Star Wars lately. This one here in particular, I'm very excited about, so let's stop wasting time and get it open. There you go, it's the 3 3/4 Battle Droid and STAP, STAP, however you're supposed to say it, from whatever the hell this line was called. I think we all probably remember it from sort of around 2012. All the figures come with the dice and the card for this weird galactic battle game thing. I have no idea what it is. I've never even met anyone who knows how to play it. So I bought this guy off eBay last week for, I think it was 18 quid altogether, which if you ask me, I think that's a pretty damn good price. I've been looking at my Clone Wars collection and I've realised I had quite a few vehicles for the Republic side. You know, the ATTE and walkers, speeder bikes, etc. I didn't really have much going on the droid separatist side, other than the AAT tank, which by the way is one of the first things I actually reviewed on this channel. You should go and check that out because it is such a cool tank. I'll show that off a bit later, but yeah, I just wanted some more stuff to sort of flesh out the ranks with some cool vehicles, which I definitely think that this is. Let's have a quick look at this box. It's a nice, blue and white colour scheme with that really nice picture of Darth Maul there at the top. I'm actually just a little nostalgic about this. Let's have a quick read of that blurb. Battle droids operate STAPs on Naboo. STAPs? S-T-A-P? I don't know what you're supposed to say. They are part of the massive battle droid blah 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 blah. Nobody cares. Now let's rip this thing open. We'll stop here for a sec and have a quick look at this paper backdrop. It's quite a nice little printed image from the scene on Naboo. Sadly I've got no use for this, so it's going straight in the bin. Don't know if you saw, but when I opened it, this little dice thing just flew right out. I had quite a lot of these from collecting as a child, but I think as an adult, this may actually be the first one in my collection. Still though, completely useless. There's your little game stats card thing. Nice image on it, shiny card, but again, absolutely useless to me. Nice little figure stand here. I didn't actually realise that this was in the package. It was packed behind the card, just secretly tucked away. I've got about 1 million of these, but you can never have too many stands. Alright, let's crack on and have a look at this battle droid. I think first glance you can tell that it's a bit of an older mould. Not that long ago I got rid of most of my battle droids that look like this. Replaced them all with the sort of reddish brown sort of Geonosis colours. So this guy might just stand out just a little bit. Considering the rest of them are closer to that colour. I don't care, I can make it work. If I have to do a bit of headcanon, I'll just pretend the STAP droids are a different colour. There's not really any paint on him other than the eyes and these big dirty black marks. Could have done with maybe just at the very least a little bit of a paint wash to bring out all the detail. Comparing him to one of my other battle droids, you can see that this guy is definitely a completely different mould. The newer one is wider and he's a big chunky guy, whereas the red one, definitely a lot taller, skinnier, lanky git. Still, I don't think they're too different that they won't work together. The STAP droid's hands are sculpted sideways to hold onto the handlebars. There's no articulation, so sadly he won't be holding a blaster. Speaking of articulation, I think the minimum that you kind of want with these battle droids is to be able to get them at least close to the folded position. Not really happening here with this guy. See, that little neck joint there, that looked like it was going to move. On these guys, they've got a neck joint that you can push it right down. Sort of helps with collapsing him, getting him into folded position or whatever. But with this one, that's probably about as close as you're going to get. He's got his little backpack thing, which is just held on with this little peg into the hole. Actually, you know what? My red one didn't actually come with one. It does have the hole though, so let's try it. There you go. I mean, it works, it fits, but it's completely wrong, so who cares? Move out the way, cardboard. Right, well, let's grab this guy anyway and get it put together so we can see what he looks like on it. Having a look at the main body here, and I think that looks really good. They never actually fly right in front of the screen to see any details, so can't be too sure, but in my mind's eye, this is exactly what it looks like. There is some other versions with a bit of darker weathering around this bit, which looks good. And this flat piece around the back is where the droid would stand. It's got a couple of foot pegs. That's nice. Look at that. I never realised the handlebars have got actual brakes before, like a bike. The two main guns are sculpted really nicely. It's a bit of a weird choice for the action feature though. The missiles are actually the guns. They've at least got a nice bit of dark weathering on the end. But once they've gone in, I'll probably just leave them there. I've got no intention of firing them really. I never really played with rocket launch and stuff as a kid either. You just put it in and leave it looking cool. Which I do think that looks cool. How'd you fire this now? Like that, I guess. Suppose I should reload them and do that again properly. So what you do is you just sort of push down on this foot plate thing or lift it up or something and then... Wow, cool! It's got this little clear stand so you can sort of fake a hovering position. Seems like a fairly stable shape to hold it up. Don't know if mine's sort of yellowed over the years or if this is actually the colour the plastic was. You see there's this little groove here and a notch on that side and you just sort of squeeze them together, sort of wrestle it in until it clicks. Just gotta keep pushing until you get those balls in. There we go, there's the click. Now that seems sturdy enough, it don't feel like it's going anywhere at all. Oh, is it gonna stand? We're a little bit wobbly. Oh. Hey, there we go. You see, and that looks pretty decent too. And I do not think it's gonna fall over. That'll look nice on your shelf. Maybe with some creative angles you might be able to hide that stand. There's a little button on the bottom here that it took me a second, but it's connected to the whole mechanism up top. So if you want to hold it like it's flying like this, you just press that button. Right, let's see if we can get him standing on it, shall we? I think the best bet might be attaching his feet first. Yeah, let's try that. So let's get him on the pegs. Pretty deep peg holes, that makes a nice change. And then I suppose we just got to sort of get his hands on the handlebars. They slot on pretty easy. There you go. And then, yeah, I think that's it. Might not be completely accurate, but yeah, he looks pretty good like that. I don't think he's going to fall off. Actually, it looks like he's leaning back just a little bit. Might just take a bit of adjusting. Hold on. Yeah, looking at these images on the box here, the knees are a bit more bent, so I've just done that to him. I think it looks better, and it probably adds to the stability a little bit as well. Yeah, look at that though. I think that's going to look absolutely sick standing next to the tanks. Let's bring in the AT-RT for a bit of size comparison. Before anyone says anything, and no, this is not the Republic AT-RT. This is that weird First Order jungle assault whatever walker that never actually existed. They just made it up for the toy line. Whatever man, I'm not fussed. I think it looks pretty cool and it goes in my display. It's my collection, I'll use whatever walker I want, thanks. Side by side, they are probably with the stand around about the same height, which I think actually makes them look pretty cool together. I can definitely see these two facing off. Let's just whack the battle droid back in so you can see the height difference between standing and hovering. I think they look really good together too. But man, it annoys me how his hand cannot hold the bottom of that gun. And here's the AAT, and holy crap, I think they look cool together. I know it's not quite accurate, especially if you're going for the Battle of Naboo, then they should really be closer to the same sort of brownish tan colour together. But man, I do not care. I just put stuff together that looks good, and let's face it, this really does. You can whack in all your other battle droids or super battle droids and just fill out this little space. Just the army building and the world building that you can get at this scale. It just makes it more fun. And if you're someone who plays with your toys, I ain't gonna judge you. Let's face it, this would be so cool flying around shooting your clones. So don't forget to like this video, drop us a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm probably gonna hold off buying some stuff for a bit, you know, just let the wallet recover, save a bit of money for a while. I'm sure my wife will appreciate that. But it doesn't mean there won't be any more Star Wars content. I've got plenty more coming soon. So keep your eyes peeled. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers!